Hey everyone, prominent space vampire Count Vargelon here with I'm really starting to think that Winds of Winter is going to be completely safe based on what I've heard about the show cast. Let me elaborate. While many book fans are worried that the excision of certain characters, Lady Stoneheart, the Griffs, all of the Martells, and the Sand Snakes, is providing a tip-off that they're not going to be important to the book's endgame, I'm thinking the endgame really isn't that important. Based on the story so far, here's how I think it's going to end. Well, I don't have any specific desires for how the story should wind up. My interest lies in the quality character work that's been the hallmark of the book so far. Since the show can't compete with great character moments and interesting plot developments, I'm no longer really worried about the show spoiling the books. That being said, all of the talk around the show has tipped off three pretty major details these past 2 weeks, so here we go. 1. Dani finally did things! After 5 weeks of absolutely no news around Dani and her adventures, it seems she finally got around to putting her army back together and generally being proactive. I think this is great, since I've always been very invested in the Slavers-based storyline. But at the same time, the fact that this has taken so long to come about has me wondering if the show has confirmed a popular theory. Is Dani never actually going back to Westeros? Maybe Viking contrivance will force her and her dragons back, but after this season ender, there's supposedly only 13 more episodes left, which doesn't seem like a lot of time to wrap up her story if she leaves Slavers Bay. 2. So, Gravedigger confirmed? This is a two-part spoiler that actually started last year with Ian McShane's casting. In an interview, he said that he was only doing 1 episode and he'd be responsible for bringing back someone the audience thinks is dead. That covers a lot of people, so I didn't really think much of it. But then a clickbait article on a website promised to reveal which 2 surprising actors were seen around the Game of Thrones set. Obviously I didn't click on it, but the photo for the link was the Hound, which leads me to one possible conclusion. McShane is playing the elder brother of Quiet Island, and the Hound is back. Does this mean Clegane Bowl is on? I want to say no, because a crippled monk fighting a Jason isn't great television, but who knows? There was some chatter about Arthur Dayne last week, and since he's been dead for 20 years, that leaves time travel and flashback as the only possible options. I hope the guy that got to play Ned was a good match, but I'm way more interested in seeing Howland Reed's casting. Okay, so, a lot of news these past 2 weeks, and it's only going to get worse as we move through the last 3 episodes. Although if we can believe the show's pattern, episode 9 will just be a big fight with almost no plot. I don't even have to make a real prediction. It seems like the only possible way this season ends is with Jon fighting Ramsay, and Ramsay losing hard. So, this is prominent space vampire Count Vargelon signing off from the I hope the Battle of Ice is more interesting in the books cast.